And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I am reviewing Mona Lisa Smile, released in 2003. It's another one of these kind of, rom com. Well, I guess not com, but romantic type chick flick movies. I will say right now, there's only like a couple of references to Mona Lisa and not smiling. So I don't know what they were thinking with the title. But anyway, otherwise, I got a lot of thoughts on it. Let's just jump right into it. This I have to say right off the bat, it's a pretty stacked cast of characters that we get in this movie. Jennifer Gardner's in it, the Capital One girl. MJ from Spider-Man, like the early Spider-Man movies from this time, she's in it. She's a very prominent character. And Marcia Gay is in this movie too, which cool. Cool roles, and there's a few other good characters, like pretty stacked cast lineup. All things considered, it's pretty strong, and they all definitely do deliver some good performances. Especially Jennifer Gardner and especially MJ. They deliver some pretty good performances. I have a few complaints with this school. So this is a real school that they talk about in this movie. It's in Massachusetts, and let's just say they have some pretty crazy things. Number one, they start the academic year by knocking on the door with the instructors inside, and they are saying that they want to learn. Okay, cool. The academic year begins. What the fuck? Who starts it like that? There's also just a lot of sexist remarks, both from the students to themselves and to the instructors to themselves. It's very weird. This is again set in 1953 and 1954, so that definitely is a big reason why. It's a product of the time. There's also a lot of political comments that really just don't make any sense because they don't connect to really what the subject that they're talking about in the movie. And also there's a lot of communist stuff too, which I guess it was kind of Cold War era, so it makes sense, but just why would you include it when that's not a relevant topic of this movie? My thoughts about it. There's also and it also kind of annoys me that they kind of portray, Jennifer Gardner's character as getting really close to her students, so much so that they don't even refer to her as professor anymore, and that she's even invited to the sorority, at least what I thought was the sorority. No professor gets that close to their students. I'm sorry. Especially in a semi-large class like this. Sorry, I can't believe that would actually happen. So that didn't feel very realistic at all. Also, that Constantinople song that they did during that, I guess was musical competition or talent show, didn't really make any sense, but that song was just weird because 90% of the lyrics are either Istanbul or Constantinople. Okay, cool. Does not make any sense to me, but go off, I guess. And also there's a lot of smoking. This is again the 50s. A lot of people smoke. Sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. There's also a lot of hints to the students all being lesbians, which they're not, but it is weird that they would make it seem that way. I don't know. They're all of them are, they're college students. I'm also a college student, so I can say this, but they're pretty attractive. Except for the fact they smoke. So there's that. Also, Jennifer Garner's character, and this really pisses me off with this movie, is that she has a lot of conflicting feelings about dating or just marriage in general. She seems like she's on board for a relationship at the beginning, and then she kind of shifts into not wanting to be in one, and then she goes to sorority and she wants to be in one again. Then they call her out and she doesn't want to be in one, and then she falls in love with a different guy, but she doesn't want to get with him either for some fucking reason. She just jumps all over the place. This reminds me of a movie that I watched when I was really young. It was a Nickelodeon, like original movie is on their Nickelodeon or whatever. I haven't reviewed it because I don't remember what the name of the movie is. All I know is the girl is from Michigan, and the girl, the main character, who's again from Michigan, is really fucking annoying because she would be madly in love with this guy one second and despise him the next, and there was no in between. That's what I thought about when watching this movie, because it's just that. She hooks up in a fling and she seems very happy, and then she just completely rejects the guy, jumps onto another guy, same thing happens. It just is all over the place, and that does not make any sense. Also, she just walks in on somebody taking a fucking shower as well. Have you ever heard of the term knocking? Just knock. Just knock. just knock, please. It didn't make any fucking sense why you couldn't just knock. That really pissed me off. And then there was a line at the end, near the end of the movie at least, near the end, that really... He's her second love interest, not the... So she starts out having one boyfriend, and that guy just randomly puts a ring on her finger, and boom, they're engaged. She doesn't want to be engaged, obviously. Anybody being put up on the spot like that is not going to be very receptive to it. So that blows, and then she goes to this other guy, and then she's pissed at this guy because his friend spilled the beans that he lied about his entire ethnicity and whatnot. And he comes up and he's like, and she confronts him on that, and he's like, "It's impossible to lie to you." Oh, I fucked it up. No, it's impossible to be honest with you. What he should have said was, "It's impossible to lie to you." So I guess I had my words mixed up there. But anyway, what the fuck is that line? It's impossible to be honest with you. If you truly care about somebody, you would be honest with them, right? Right? Especially about something like this. Oh, you're not from Italy? Okay, cool. What does that have to do with anything as far as getting in her pants? Clearly didn't. But just the fact you lied about it is the whole reason why this is an issue. So, that's all I gotta say about this movie. It's a pretty wild movie. Like I said, misleading title. I mean, there's a few references to Mona Lisa. I mean, the main character is a art teacher. So like they go over the entire class. It's a really wild class, by the way. They just review artwork. Okay, cool. But anyway, it's an alright movie otherwise. I mean, it's pretty boring, honestly. It flows fine, but it's still pretty boring. So I'm gonna have to give it I'll give it a 5. No, I'll give it a 6. It's not that bad, but I'll give it a 6. So, but otherwise, that's going to do for this review. If you've ever seen Mona Lisa smile, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more movie reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.